ActiveVOS 6.0 is an all-in-one standards-based development and business process management system that permits developers, business analysts, and enterprise architects to automate business processes, collaborate across IT and business boundaries, control the overall state of the business, and adapt quickly and easily to changes in the business that require new and updated applications. So how does ActiveVOS help operations staff from vintage old stock, for example, understand what is happening with its business? It does so with a broad range of building dashboards, reports, and graphs, and the ability to create any report that they might need. Let's have a look. First, you're greeted with navigation that is task-based. Operations staff will typically use monitoring information here to look at process monitoring information, tasks, and server. The business analyst may look at various reports. What are the most active processes? What are the top used processes? Are tasks being handled in a sufficient amount of time? Developers will look at the catalog, looking at process definitions, looking at various artifacts such as WSDL documents to understand what has been deployed to the server. And finally, administrators will use the admin tab to understand and configure the server and various built-in services such as the alerting service, identity, or email service. Whether you're looking for activity monitoring information using the dashboard or looking at a list of active processes, you can find what you need very quickly. Developers, for example, will want to find out about service definition. Let's have a look. Let's look at a process definition. We've been working on our demo. Find the information about our demo, look at the quote process, look at its version, and very quickly drilled into the details of the process and determine what has in fact been deployed on the server. ActiveVOS maintains a visual representation deployed with what the developer has been looking at. Here you see exactly the same view that the developer implemented. Finding what business information has been indexed to support our on-event business processing is extremely simple. Here we find this list of index properties, which can be used directly for creating our filters. Not only are we providing capabilities for the developer, ActiveVOS supports the needs of operations staffs and management teams also with its various dashboards, integrated reporting, and the console. For example, finding work that hasn't been actioned on a timely basis is simple. Let's look at our open task summary. First we'll look at the report, then the open task summary, and then look at the tasks that haven't been claimed. Select one of them, and look at its details. As you can see, finding information directly from the dashboard and relating it to ongoing activities such as this task is simple. To ActiveVOS's dashboard, reporting, and graphics, user can easily improve decision making. Questions like how much and how often, and are we slowing down or speeding up, are directly answered in detail by ActiveVOS. ActiveVOS reporting framework makes it possible for developers to create custom reports and make them directly available in the console. Let's have a look at a few. For operations staff, ActiveVOS delivers the tools they need to ensure uninterrupted service. A single unified console provides detailed process, task, and server monitoring, which we see here. We can very quickly find which processes are active, which tasks are active, and at a glance look at service statistics. Finding problems are simple. Let's have a look at our active tasks. Looking for faulted processes, and very quickly we find a number of them. Let's have a look. By using the root cause analysis capabilities of ActiveVOS 6.0, operations staff can graphically step back through the process and understand what happened. Here we find step by step what happened to the process. And we see that the alarm is fired, terminating the process as designed. Of course, we didn't have to terminate the process. Developers can use ActiveVOS's capabilities to suspend a process and allowing it to continue to completion. So this was a brief look at the ActiveVOS console. We invite you to download ActiveVOS and see it for yourself. Thank you.